Halo, the first-person shooter that single-handedly invented the modern FPS game formula we all know and love. The game that revolutionized storytelling through gameplay and world design. The game that released 25 years ago and introduced to us some of the most iconic characters in modern science fiction, is being remade from the ground up. In this video, I am going to tackle everything that I liked and disliked about the Halo Campaign Evolved demo, and describe what needs changed and left to ensure we are given a respectful recreation of one of the most influential games of all time. So just as a quick disclaimer, I would like to say that I'm going to be using footage from other Halo content creators, seeing as I don't have the Campaign Evolved demo on hand, so if you guys would like the link to those, they'll be in the description. But with that out of the way, let's get started. Let's get started with the things that I do like about the Halo Campaign Evolved demo. The first thing is obviously going to be Master Chief himself. In Unreal Engine 5, his Mark V armor looks stunning. This is obviously the one they modeled and put into Halo Infinite, which is fine because it looks absolutely amazing. He's very well modeled, very well animated, and I really look forward to seeing more of him throughout the game. He just looks so good. The next thing I would like to mention are the graphics. Obviously, because it's Unreal Engine 5. I'm really looking forward to seeing all of the areas in this game updated with Unreal Engine 5, especially the darker flood areas of the game. And I'm really excited to see just how photorealistic the rest of this game will look. The plasma rifle. It's very nice to see a return in the Halo series. It's been a long time since we've had it. It looks very faithfully modeled to its counterpart of the original, but there is something about it that desperately needs changed, and I'll cover that in the next section of this video. The Magnum, the one we all know and love, it looks very nice, very nicely modeled, but there are some things about it that do need changed, just like the plasma rifle. The plasma pistol seems to be using the Halo Reach model, but tweaked just a little bit, which I'm kind of fine with that, honestly. But one thing I do really like is the fact that it uses the OG plasma pistol sounds. The Warthog. This time around, they gave us a completely new model for it. It looks great. There are some things about it that I would like to see changed though, which I'll cover shortly. Foehammer, Echo 419, she is back, and we actually get to see her face, or a portion of it at least. Hopefully we'll get to see her flip her goggles down in the beginning of the game. The Warthog, again, it actually has a seat on the back for your fourth player to sit on, which is a great new addition. PS5 inclusion. Every Halo game going forward will now be on PlayStation, which is absolutely amazing because the console war kept a lot of new people from being able to play Halo, and now new Halo players will join the fray, and I'm really excited for you PlayStation players to finally get to experience the greatness that is Halo. Original voice lines. In the demo, we heard that some of the grunts had the exact same voice lines from 2001, which is a great addition, in addition to newer ones, so let's hope they do the same for the elites and everyone else. The vistas and the skybox. It looks phenomenal, but there are some changes that I really hope to see that keeps in essence with the original game. The cutscenes, they look phenomenal. The Pelicans being shot down, Chief in his Mark V armor, tactically clearing corners like a real military operator. I am so... I can't explain how excited I am. Gross amounts of blood have made a return, which is very fitting for a mature rated game. We had a severe lack of blood for Halo for a long time, but now it seems to have made a comeback. Let's hope that the rest of the game is equally as gory as the original. The heads-up display was changed significantly in the demo, which I kind of think looks dog crap, but thankfully we can customize it to look more like the original. New weapons are going to be added to the campaign: the battle rifle, energy sword, fuel rod cannon, needle rifle, and sentinel beam. There are as well new enemies going to be added. One that we for sure know of is the Flood Tank from Halo 3. One of the most exciting and ambitious additions to the game will be 3 new prequel missions, including Master Chief and Sergeant Johnson. Whether or not these take place during the fall of Reach or when Chief is on Gamma Station, we don't know yet, and it looks as if Master Chief is wearing his armor from the Forward Unto Dawn movie. As to be expected, there are some changes that need to be made to make this remake as faithful as it can be to the original. The first and most glaring issue I can point out is vegetation loading in far too late, texture stuttering, and frame rate drop. Now I'm assuming this is because Unreal Engine 5 is such a hefty engine for a game to run on, but hopefully by launch they'll have all of these polished out. The Needler. This is literally just the Halo Infinite Needler. Change it. Model it to look more like the original. This is not Halo Infinite disguised to look like CE. This is Halo CE. Change it. The Warthog's tires. Yeah, I know that in Halo lore, the Warthog uses airless tires, but there's really no reason for there to be holes in them. Anything could get in there. Dirt, debris. It's just... It doesn't look Halo-y. I really think that the tires need changed. The sound design. The sound design for the Needler, Plasma Rifle, Magnum, and Assault Rifle need changed heavily. The Magnum sounds like a wimpy BB gun. The M60 is chambered in 12.7 by 40mm ammunition, which is a variant of the 50 caliber round, and it needs to sound like it is. The original 2001 Magnum sounded hefty, and even the 2011 Anniversary Edition sounded surprisingly even more hefty, which I really like. This is really what I want the Magnum to sound like. And the AR needs to sound a hell of a lot beefier. The MA5B is chambered in 7.62 by 51mm ammunition, full metal jacket, and it needs to sound like it is. Give us back the 60-round magazine for the assault rifle. It has no business being 32 rounds. Get rid of aiming down sights. This was never in the original and it shouldn't be in the remake. Health packs were suspiciously absent in the demo. Health packs added a very unique way to heal yourself in the first Halo game. It would be really nice if they made a comeback. Another thing I noticed that was missing were overshield. None of them were in their usual spots, but let's hope that they're in the final game. Another thing that was missing from the demo were the energy shields on the elites. When they were shot at, they wouldn't flare up as they did in the original. As someone who is currently undergoing an architecture course in my college classes, I can tell you right now that the Forerunner architecture in the demo is not it. It seems to lack that ancient, epic, mysterious that the Forerunner architecture is known for. It's too shiny, it doesn't have any grime, and it just looks too Halo 5e, if that makes sense. The Forerunner architecture needs a major overhaul. I personally believe that the overall lighting of the demo and the remake needs adjusted. In the original CE, the sky was darkened to give the effect that this ring world has a thin atmosphere, thus it's going to be much easier to see the stars, and the sky is going to be a lot darker than it would be on a planet. The remake demo seems to lose this effect, which I think it needs to retain, because it's one of the things that made Halo CE look so beautiful, were the saturated colors and the thin atmosphere of the Halo ring. The very last thing I want to point out is the fact that the enemies and the friendlies are not Halo CE. They are just ports from Halo Infinite. As I said before, this is not Halo Infinite skinned as Halo CE. This is a Halo Combat Evolved remake. The enemies and friendlies should be reflective of what they looked like in the original game. The Marines need to have their anime 90s armor. The classic Stingray helmet elites need to make a comeback. These may be small changes, but in the grand scheme of a game like Halo Combat Evolved, the smallest things can leave the biggest impact. Halo Studios, if you see this video, please heed everything that I've talked about and listen to the Halo community. Do that, and you'll have our eternal respect.